Hello, South Bay Realtors. We hope you have been healthy and adjusting as well as one can during these unpredictable times. As your board of directors for the South Bay Association of Realtors, we want to take a moment to provide some important updates and guidance to our valued Realtor members as we all navigate the rapidly changing environment of doing business during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Truth be told, it does take a situation of this magnitude to really shine a light on the value of organized real estate and the three-way Realtor agreement with your local, state, and national associations. NAR, the National Association of Realtors, is actively engaged in the federal coronavirus aid, relief, and economic security, or CARES Act, to secure financial stimulus and relief for realtors and our clients. C.A.R, the California Association of Realtors, is advancing new forms and guidance to conduct your business and providing constant information as California implements financial assistance programs and landlord-tenant protection measures.
The South Bay Association of Realtors has virtualized all of our services, including creating an online education series to keep members informed in this fast-changing climate. We are open to any suggestions for online education topics and will do our best to provide the most relevant courses to you. We have implemented the mandatory work-from-home policy for employees. However, we are still able to assist our members with membership and MLS needs. Response times may take a little longer than usual. We are doing our best to help you continue to conduct your real estate business within state, local, and health official guidelines.
We're grateful that real estate activities have been deemed essential in California, although that does not mean business as usual, and you must adhere by local rules if they are more restrictive. Always practice common sense to ensure the safety of your clients.
Here are the current best practices. Showings should be done virtually if at all possible. All activities should be completed electronically if at all possible. Only a single agent and no more than 2 other individuals are to be in a dwelling at the same time during a showing. If other persons are necessary for a showing, they should wait outside or in their vehicles to observe the social distance guidelines. We are receiving complaints that agents are not adhering to these guidelines, and we run the risk of real estate activities being prohibited if agents are not more careful. Keep in mind that the City of LA does not currently allow showings of any kind, which means listing agents should not be entering properties. We encourage everybody to utilize virtual showings for all of their listings, though this should be set up by the sellers if the property is in the City of LA, as to avoid the agent having to enter the property if at all possible.
Agents should read and understand the recommendations from the Center for Disease and Control and Prevention, CDC, on how to protect yourself. This is critically important. Any person on the property must agree to adhere strictly to the social distancing guideline at all times by remaining at least 6 feet apart per the recommendation established by the CDC.
Most importantly, no open houses, broker tours, or broker previews. A virtual open house or showing scheduled for a specific time may be permissible with the approval of the seller. However, sellers should be advised not to be present during such a virtual open house and agree to sign the declaration regarding being asymptomatic and to follow CDC guidelines during any such showing. Realtors should not be conducting any face-to-face marketing during the COVID-19 related declaration of emergency.
So what's the good news? Independent contractors and small businesses will have access to a wide array of financial assistance programs, such as the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, PUA, Forgivable Small Business Administration, SBA loans, and mortgage forbearance. Starting on April 10th, independent contractors and sole proprietors will also be able to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP. For detailed information and FAQs on these programs, head to southbayaor.info/coronavirus. Before you rush out to file for unemployment, listen carefully. You can set up your account with California EDD. However, hold tight until we are notified that the pandemic unemployment assistance is available for you. C.A.R. will send out communications and will post the information on C.A.R. covidupdates.org.
In other good news, you now have many tools to conduct your business and avoid liability. C.A.R. has released 6 new forms pertaining to coronavirus impacts on transactions and landlord-tenant issues. All sellers should sign the Listing Agreement Coronavirus Addendum, or RLA form. And the seller should have anyone who is going to enter the property sign the Coronavirus Property Entry Advisory and Declaration, or PEAD form. C.A.R. is urging everyone, the listing agent, buyers, buyer's agents, inspectors, and all affiliates to sign the PEAD form. This is basically to state they understand the risks involved in entering the property, confirming they're not experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, and will follow best practices and safety procedures. If you want to guarantee you're not going to get in trouble, and for everyone's health and safety, you should use these forms.
C.A.R. also recommends that you use the Coronavirus Addendum, or CVA form, as an addendum to a counter or counteroffer, or as an amendment to an existing contract. On that form, the buyer and seller can agree up front on extending deadlines if either side is unable to perform for a COVID-19 related reason. There's another form that goes with that called the NUCC. If you're in a purchase contract and the buyer and seller have agreed to the CVA and a delay does happen, this is a form you're going to use to notify the other side of that a previously agreed upon extension needs to be triggered.
The 2 newest C.A.R. forms can be used for landlord and tenant issues, but will need to be tweaked in light of a new ruling from the California Judicial Council, which created a moratorium on almost all evictions for 90 days. It will be helpful to familiarize yourself with the notice to tenant of ability to pay rent form and the rent payment delay and repayment agreement, which can be helpful in setting up a payment agreement between landlords and tenants. These forms and other links to C.A.R. legal tools will also be available on southbayaor.info/coronavirus.
For property owners in LA County who are concerned about being able to make their next property tax payment, here's the latest update from the LA County Assessor's Office. Taxpayers who cannot pay on time for reasons related to the COVID-19 virus, those taxpayers can submit a request to cancel their late fee by going to the county's website starting Saturday, April 11th, the day after taxes are due. If you are able to, please make your property tax payment, as it is a vital source of funding for our local governments, especially during this challenging time.
If you're not currently enrolled in a C.A.R. group medical plan, you may have a limited opportunity to enroll by April 15th. Anyone who became a C.A.R. member or an eligible W-2 employee by December 1st and did not enroll for the January open enrollment may enroll in an Anthem or Kaiser medical plan by April 15th. If you are currently enrolled, you have a limited opportunity to add your eligible dependents to your Anthem or Kaiser plan by April 15th. NAR is also funding 2 months of telehealth for members who do not have access to telemedicine. Enroll by April 15th to receive this member benefit. We thought we would also share a couple of interesting numbers with you within the city of Torrance and the beach cities, which are taken from CRMLS. In the last 10 days, Torrance had 18 new listings and 19 closed sales. In the beach cities, there were 28 new listings and 25 new closed sales. Again, with these safer in place orders, an option for sellers who were active on the market was to put their listing on hold or withdrawn, and then decide at a later date how to proceed. In the last 30 days, Torrance has had 21 properties on hold with an average of 30 due days on market and 14 withdrawn with an average of 38 days. In the beach cities, 56 were placed on hold with an average of 40 days on market and 25 were withdrawn. with an average of 51. Also note that the Clear Cooperation Policy MLS 8.0 will still go into effect on April 1st. Please see more detailed info at crmls.org.
In closing, we want to say to our fellow South Bay Realtors, we're here for you. The South Bay Association cares about our members, and we are doing the best we can to help you during this difficult time. This pandemic has impacted all of us in different ways, and we want to hear from you if you are experiencing difficulty during this time. Remember that we are the Realtor family, and we will get through this together. Take care.
Take care.
Best wishes to you all.